Hey unicorns! Before we get started, I wanted to address the elephant in the room, which is that my head is on fire. This weekend, I took an extra day off work to re-dye my hair pink. Don't judge me, okay? Refurbishing and self-care is super important and should be a part of your job too, okay? So before you go and judge me for taking some time off my super important job, just remember that self-care is very necessary. Does that make me vain, unicorns? Be honest, let me know. Comment down below and let me know. So that's that with the hair. I don't think we really want to talk more about it because that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is coming back from my long weekend. I came in feeling super hot, super fiery, and booked myself 4 meetings in one day. The whole purpose of today's video is to explain what I did and share my secret sauce, or whatever you want to call it. When I was first starting out as an SDR, I always wanted SDRs that I looked up to share with me their answers as to why they were so successful. So in this video, I just hope to share with you how to be successful, how to book multiple meetings in a week, how to always consistently hit quota and surpass beyond quota. I want to help shed some light, share my secret sauce, whatever you want to call it, with you unicorns. Before we get into this video, I wanted to remind you to like this video and hit that subscribe button. Let's build this unicorn community. Anyways, let's talk about how to successfully book 4 meetings in one day. Let's get this show on the road. Okay, so how did I get 4 meetings in one day? Let's back up to the weekend, post fresh hair. Had a bit of a meltdown over the weekend, not gonna lie. I really don't have a specific reason as to why I had that meltdown. To tell you the truth, I think it's just attributed to the fact that I'm in my mid-20s and nothing makes me happy anymore, and I feel like I'm not where I should be, even though objectively my life seems totally good and fine. I don't know, I feel like it's become like clockwork, having meltdowns on the reg, like every month, every couple months, every few weeks even sometimes. The meltdowns are overdue, and the meltdowns hit me hard like a brick in the face. And I guess I've just learned to now accept that, a part of adolescence 101. Like, I don't know. After my massive meltdown, I peeled myself off the ground. I gave my head a shake. Came back to work on Monday feeling really zen, very rebooted, with my new perspective and new head of hair, post-meltdown recovery, blah, blah, blah. And it happened within 2 hours, and I'm not kidding. And they just fell so beautifully onto my lap within 3 hours into the day. And I was thinking like, wow, this is the universe giving back to me after my really insanely dark, ugly and dark and depressing weekend. I'm kidding. My 4 meetings didn't exactly fall onto my lap, but I do want to talk about how I got them and how to make this a regular money routine so that we can all be rich-ass unicorns. Okay, so I looked back at all 4 of them, and 2 of them actually came from follow-ups. I do think that a big portion of my meetings booked do come from follow-ups. And what I mean by follow-ups is that when I cold call them out of the blue, I often get timing isn't right. Like, that is probably single-handedly the most common objection that I come across. And for me, when I get that objection, I'm stoked. Now is not the right time isn't a no. And if it's not a no, then it's a yes. Or at least I'll flip it into a yes eventually in the next few months through diligence, hard work, relentlessness, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, just a matter of nourishing that contact and not letting them go, not taking that as a form of rejection. Often the meetings that I book are people that I have to circle back with over months, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8 months down the road, and eventually they cave. That cold call snowballs into a warm call, and then bam, it turns into a hot call. So 2 of the meetings I got on Monday were honestly just follow-ups from months of sending emails, sending LinkedIn requests, sending follow-up calls, voicemails, blah, blah, blah. Finally, the stars were aligned on Monday. Both of those prospects were ready to get the ball rolling, pick up those conversations, and Monday was the day. Okay, and the other 2 meetings that I booked, which is honestly my second biggest source of meetings booked in my pipeline, the idea of using your referrals. So having really great conversations with other people in that account and leveraging those conversations and all the information that I picked up throughout those conversations in this conversation with this new contact, which immediately exudes this aura of trust, because if they know that their colleague had a great conversation with you and you're being fully honest about that conversation, you're just projecting so much trust into that call. Even though that might be your first cold call with that specific person, it immediately transitions into a warm and a hot call during that conversation because of how much information you already have, and just letting them know that their colleagues gave you the time, therefore you're probably not complete trash and they'll probably give you time as well. So that's it, unicorn. That's pretty much how I got 4 meetings in one day. A lot of the meetings that I'm booking now at this point in my career are not from straight cold calls. They're just from me building my pipeline really, really well and setting myself up for success. And now it's just getting easier and easier to book those meetings because I've already established that trust. I've already put my flag in their territory and they know what's up. All they have to say is yes at this point, which is the easiest part. If there's anything I want you to take out of this, maybe I went off, maybe I lost you halfway through. 2 biggest takeaways: you gotta stay on top of all your warm conversations. Basically, anything that's not a no is eventually gonna be a yes. Or at least believe that in your mind so that you don't let them go, because you'll be surprised how many people actually convert down the road by respecting their space and their wishes, and also just taking that initiative to follow up with them, because they definitely won't. The second learning I want you to take out of this is that if you're feeling like you're not on your A game and you're not feeling really confident or whatever, then dye your hair a poppin' color, because I can promise you that might do the trick. It's like this immediate adrenaline rush. If you're not revamping your whole head, then I don't know, give yourself a face tattoo. Do something exciting that will get you fired up and get you to pick up that phone, sit on the edge of your seat, and dial and dial and dial. Okay, unicorns, that is everything. If you're still watching, thank you so much for watching all the way through. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, share this video, blah, blah, blah. And I will see you unicorns next week.